Hello, everyone. So this is Shagun Raza, the Global HR Director here at Must Company. I'm so happy that we all can join this seminar. I know for some of them are joining online, some of them are joining stream, and there are a lot of members who are joining on site. So currently we are doing on site on 2 to 3 places, and our current and the one that we are streaming from is based in Karachi, and one of our offices in Lahore. So they are online from there as well. So I'm pretty sure they're setting up, and soon time you'll be seeing um, people joining from Lahore as well. So I'm so excited. I know we all are really excited, and we are all here to learn. So now's the opportunity that we are going to learn about building a real-time AI translator. So now is the time I want to hand over the mic to the speaker of the hour, Mr. Irfan, and he's going to be the one leading the seminar. And I'm pretty sure, confident that all of us are going to learn something from this. Thank you all for joining, and let's give the mic to Mr. Irfan.
Hi guys, thank you for joining. Thank you, Mr. Sharon, for giving me the opportunity to represent myself and the company here in this event. And guys, again, thank you for joining. Today, we are going to talk about how AI can break our language barriers if it is being used in real time. So in that purpose, we have prepared a demo application, and also we have a presentation to show, and we will see what challenges we face when we work with multinational peoples, and like multinational people, like when we are traveling maybe, or we are working in a multinational company where we have global teams, and global teams are communicating together. So the challenge is they are not that much able to like convey their message or convey their like whatever they want to talk in that way due to the language barrier. But today we are going to make a simple application that is going to solve our that problem. So without wasting our time, let's go into our presentation and start the presentation. Let me just share my screen. Yeah. So welcome to the seminar. So I am the speaker, Irfan Ali. A brief info about me is that I have been providing my services as a full stack engineer and full stack engineer in Mustbreak for the last 2 years. And beside that, I have overall 7 years of experience serving as a senior software engineer in most of the companies, like remote companies around the world, like in Sweden, in Canada, in South Korea currently, in Dubai, and some other parts of the world as well. So this is the brief info of myself. Today's seminar is real-time AI-powered transcription and translation app. Basically, we are going to build a language barrier breaking application using AI. Yeah. So introduction of the app is, first of all, we are going to talk about what we are going to build. So we are going to create a web application. We are creating a web app that transcribes and translates spoken language in real time powered by OpenAI. So we are going to create an application that is going to simply transcribe our voices, or transcribe our like real time messages, and translate them into multiple languages that are present within the room. So this is the application simply that we are going to create in order to show the powerful feature of AI that can like break the language barrier. What is the impact of it? The app is ideal for accessible communication and for bridging language gaps in real world applications. So as I told, the use cases can be like a person traveling in like a different country, and like a traveler can use that application to like convey his message or ask for something or communicate with the locals. And also the use case can be like there is a company maybe that have a global team and have like so many of multinational people there. So obviously there comes a little bit of gap in communication. So that communication gap can be like closed using the feature of AI and using this application. What technology stack we are going to use for this application? So basically, we are going to use Next.js. Next.js is a web framework. So basically, what happens is that Next.js provides you server-side and client-side runtime, so you can better create a full-stack application without like going into two different directions. You have just one application to manage, and you will be working on the single project. So Next.js, it serves a client-side runtimes. Its server and client-side runtimes enables rapid full-stack application development. So we are going to use Next.js as a framework to build the application. Beside that, what we are going to use is Firebase real-time database. Why we are using Firebase real-time database? Enables fast, scalable, real-time data sync for web and mobile apps. So basically, as I'm saying that we are going to create a chat room, so obviously we need to stream the messages in the real time. So Firebase is one of the great option to stream messages or stream options in real time. As that is why I have choose Firebase for this application, so we can stream the messages in real time into different like users that are joining into the application. So beside that, what we are going to use is v0.dev. So v0.dev is basically another AI tool, and it helps to streamline the UI UX by leveraging AI prompts. So obviously we don't have that much of time, and we have a lot to cover, but time is the limitation here. So I am using v0.dev, and v0.dev will help us like streamline the UI UX by just putting some prompts, and it will automatically generate me the UI UX, and we can use that code. And after that, we have just one last thing, and that is OpenAI APIs, obviously. So we are using OpenAI as our like LLM provider. We could also have used like models from Hugging Face. Like you can use your own models as well, but to streamline the process and to do things as fast as we can, so we will simply be using OpenAI APIs to handle the transcriptions and translations for us. So OpenAPI handles transcription and translation using Whisper and GPT models. So let's move into the next slide. So how is it going to work? How it works? So if I talk about how our real-time voice going to be in the action, so what will happen is that we will first of all, obviously, on a high level, like high level architecture, what we are going to do is we are going to capture the voice, whatever user will speak, and then we will be going to do the transcription for that. uh, yeah, transcription for that, we will use OpenAI again for that. We will feed voice captured every 10 second or every some space, like user may get pause on speaking or something. On those events, we are going to like inject the chunks, audio chunks into the OpenAI to give us the transcription for that particular audio chunk. And then we are going to send that audio, send that transcription to Firebase. So Firebase is going to show those messages back into the applications for all of the users that are present in that particular room, so they can see the transcription. So when the transcription will be streamed into the chat room, behind the scenes, what we will be doing is we will be doing the translation for that particular message. So once the translation will be done, what we will do is we will again update the message. So we better know that which message was previously streamed. So we will automatically like update that message with the translations that we have. So basically, let's say if we have like speakers that are multinational, like different speakers. So let's say we have a room, and I am the English speaker there, and maybe we have a Turkish speaker there, we have a Korean speaker there. So what we will be doing is if I will be like saying something, so what will happen is that it will first capture my audio, and it will transcribe it into English. Or and then what will happen is that the English message will be sent to the Firebase, the chat screen, and behind the scenes we do translation. And once the translation is done into all of the different messages, like different translations. Like for example, it will be translated for Turkish people, for Koreans, and when those translation will be done, what we will do is we will update the message again and show the translations as per the speaker or as per the user. Depends on what is their like mother language. So this is the high level architecture or high level like how it works. So we're gonna move to next slide. Yeah, so let's move beyond the slides and dive straight into the action. It's time to get our hands dirty. Yeah, obviously because we have a lot to cover in the code base, and we have a lot to cover in terms of feature and like doing the action. So I have tried my best to not go into so much theoretical knowledge and theoretical depth. Let's further get on into our code base. So how is it all connected? So we have seen the different part of the application, like we have transcription, we have voice capture, we have like other things as well, like we are streaming messages, updating messages. So we know the components of the application, but we now need to know how they are connected. So are you wondering how a real-time translation tool will look like technically? So let's do a code walkthrough. Buckle up, we have a lot to cover. So I will get back and go into my code base. And now the technical people will be very happy that I'm going into their domain, and we will be diving into this very technically, and they will love to see things. But I'm sure that non-technical people will also get to learn something from here. If not, then obviously they will know how tech is working and how different components are going to connect, and different components are going to work together to make a difference, real difference in the world, and break the language barrier. So here, if you are familiar with the Next.js application, so you know that this code architecture looks like a Next application. So here we have a source folder basically where all of our source files are there. So we as I said that we are going to use v0.dev. So what v0.dev does is basically it creates a components.json file, and automatically it like streamline your UI UX. Like you can see that whatever component it will add into this screen. Whatever this path and whatever utils it will add into this path. Whatever other things are there, it will automatically add those things into here. If you haven't seen v0.dev, so just go into v0.dev and try to play with it. So here is the v0.dev. So I will just give it a simple prompt, make me a to-do application interface. So it will automatically take my prompt and will write a code and make me interface that will look like as I expected or as I asked it. So you can see that I have a UI coming from here. I can create a like a I can like play with it. I can also like clone this code into my application by directly running the CLI command. So here you can see that if I have a Next.js application, and you can see that there is a button to add to the code base. So I will just click it, and you can see that I have the command this command that will particularly install this screen into my application. So I will just copy this command and directly go here and just paste here and click, and it will automatically install that screen into my application. So this is v0.dev. I have used v0.dev to streamline the UI UX for us. And one more thing that I forgot to mention here is that what we did is we created the application for you, the demo application for you, and now we are going to do code walkthrough. I did this just because of the time limitation. We have a lot to cover and we have a lot to done. Obviously, if we'll be doing like code in real time, then we should have or could have faced like bugs. So that would have best our time. So what I did is I created the application in advance and did everything for you, but I will try my best to like show you every tool that I used and how everything is connected. So we see how v0.dev is working. So what we did is we created two of the screens here. So first of all, let me give you a simple overview here. So we have like a Next.js application. We have components.json file coming from v0.dev. We have package.json, as you already are familiar if you are a JavaScript guy, and you have TypeScript setup. So I will go into my source folder. Here I have actions. So actions are basically Next.js server actions. We are using Next.js 15. Server actions are like some function that you are fetching from your backend. Like your backend will expose some function that you can directly call into your front-end application or front-end part without going without making an API request. So it will handle that part accordingly on the backend. So actions are all there. So we have OpenAI actions. I will go into depth here. I have now the app folder where we have two screens. One of the screen is like a main screen where we have like simple page, which is a server side page, but in the end, it goes into the client side and renders a client side UI to join the room. You will have to specify your language, like what is your mother language, and you will have to give a room name, and you will join the room, and you will also give your name as well. So this is one of the screen that we have. Basically it does it, or it simply does like let you join the room and simply go into the room. So then you have next screen, which is the main screen, and here is the screen. So this is basically the room screen where the magic happens. Like this is the basically chat room. So I will further go into the depth. First, we are going to do a breadth first approach and do the code overview overall, and then we will go into the depth of this screen. Then we have components. These are almost all of the component is generated by v0.dev. They are using ShadCN behind, and these are the components that are being generated by AI.myb. Only the auth wrapper is generated by me, lang selector, and theme button. So these are my components. Other than else, these are the components that are generated by AI. I created an auth wrapper. So as we are not going into server side runtime, we are just doing the client side runtime. So I just have, for the time being, have created the auth wrapper to help us go fast. Beside that components, I have config. So in config, I have two files: index.ts file, which is basically containing all of my environment variables, and beside it, I have a languages.ts, which is just exporting the list of languages that we are supporting right now in this application. So beside that, I have context, which is basically nothing but I have created a small context to share states. Context is basically a React API. So it lets you create a shareable, like I would say, state. So what happens is that it exposes two things. One is the context state and one is the provider. So basically you will have to wrap your provider into your element tree, and within that tree you can then fetch the information or get the information of that particular provider context state throughout the tree. So this is a like normal app provider that I have created, which is right now holding nothing but your room, your language, and your username. So this is the context, and then we have hooks. In hooks, what we did is we created a hook for use app.ts. So this is basically using the app context uh, coming from the app provider that we have, that is basically holding your language, your name, and your room name. And then we have used arc mode, that is just basically a UI stuff, and then we have use room.ts. So use room.ts is basically a hook that is like holding all of the methods or all of the function, I would say, that are communicating with the Firebase, or that are calling the Firebase to store or stream the messages or data. So you can see that we have create or join room, we have add participant room, sorry, create or join function, we have add participant function, we have then adding a listener utility, we have get participants function, we have on participant add, and we have other functions as well to listen real time the messages and whatever we are trying to do. So we have also send message as well, we have update message as well. I told you that we are going to send the message and then we are going to update the message. So here is the code for that. So what we are doing is we are basically like sending message and then updating the message. So these are the code that I already have. So we will also talk about how we are right now storing the Firebase messages and participants and all of the information, but we will get back to that soon. So beside these hooks, we have libs folder containing nothing but just the initialization of some libraries that I'm using. So we have like firebase.ts. So this is basically the having the initialization of the Firebase, and then we have utils. This file is also generated by v0.dev, and it is containing some utility function here. So beside libs, we have these screens folder, which is basically the components, or I would say client side screens that I'm directly using in the app routes. And beside that, I have the types folder, and types folder is basically having some general types here, and I can define more and more types and use into my application throughout. So this is a high level overview of the code that we have. And if I go into more details, then what I would do is I will go into directly my actions. So first of all, let's see how we have set up OpenAI. So we basically have OpenAI client initialized here, and we have a prompt here. So in this prompt, what we are trying to do is we are trying to have the text, the original text that is coming from the user that he has written, or like the transcription or the message that he is sending. So the text will be here. The source language is the language of the user that is going to speak or write, and target languages are the languages that are basically the languages in which we are going to translate, or you can say that the other users languages that are present in that particular room. So next, what we are doing is we are giving a prompt to OpenAI, like to simply do as a translation task. We have told the source language here, and we have told the text here, and here we have these instructions to the LLM, and yeah, we have these instructions to the LLM, and we are asking it to create us like the translations for all of the languages that we are going to give into the target languages. So once this is basically the utility function that creates us the prompt for the translation. Then we have translate action that we are going to use in our room. So high level overview of this is that we again have the same options: text, source language, target languages. So here I'm making sure that we only have the unique languages. Like maybe there can be two users that are speaking English, so we just try to like translate it one time, not two times. So I'm for that I'm just like filtering here, and then we are creating the prompt here using the utility that we defined above. So next, what we are doing is we are giving the OpenAI the role prompt here, system role prompt here. So basically, we are telling it that you are an expert translator, and giving it all of the cases that we have. Then we are putting our prompt as a user, and we are using GPT 3.5 Turbo for this purpose, for translation purpose. And once we get the response, what we try to do technically is that we extract the translations. So I have this utility here, extract translations. So what this basically do is from the GPT response, it technically extract all of the translations from that string and returns all of the translations object. So in this object, what will happen is that I will have like Arabic and the translation in the Arabic. I will have, for example, Turkish and the translation in the Turkish. So this object will hold all of the language code and the translation in against of that. So this is pretty much all we have here. And beside that, one second. So this is pretty much we have here, and the one other function is this function, this action basically. So this action does the previous action was doing the translations for us, like it was translating the source language into multiple target languages. But this action here is like what it is doing is it is taking your audio here in the block format and taking your source language and creating a file here, audio web file, and then it is giving that file to GPT again, like I would say OpenAI Whisper model here, and it is asking it to transcribe that audio into text and return the text simply. So this is basically our next action that we are using beside our translation action. So we only have just these two actions that are happening in the application, or we have, or I would say technically we have just these two server side actions, sorry, server actions from Next.js that we have created. So this is the pretty much depth of the OpenAI that we are doing. Beside that, we have like one screen here that we need to talk in depth, and that is our room screen. So as I told in the beginning that we are not like going into the server side runtime in depth. So we have created our application in the client side runtime. So in the client side runtime, what I did is I simulated auth basically. So what I'm trying to do is, if user is coming directly onto the room with some URL, he can't or she can't, because I have simulated my authentication, just like by saying that if my context holds the room name, language, and username, only I will consider it is authenticated. You can obviously like add your auth here, like you can obviously implement some next auth or maybe some other authentication options you have, like uh, Google Auth or whatever you have. Basically, this application for me is a public application, and I only have like simulated some fake auth here. Uh, I would not say it is a fake auth, but I would say it is not a technical auth. So you will have to like give your room name, your language, and your username in order to go into the chat room. So yeah, so this is my auth wrapper here. So I have wrapped that auth wrapper here into my room screen. So this is the main screen where everything is happening, and we are going to discuss this application, sorry, this page or this component in depth. So we have this input text here. Basically, what it is doing is it is like holding whatever user is typing if he wants to send the message in text, and then we have sorry, then we have here another state that is holding all of the messages, and we have another state that is holding all of the participants of the room. And then we are again using the app context and trying to get the room name that is currently that user has currently joined, and the username and the language. So we have this information coming from our app context. Then obviously we are doing some UI stuff here, and then we have this use room. So use room is basically, I told that it is basically a hook that is exposing all of the APIs that are related to the Firebase. So you can see that we have get messages fire hook, sorry, get messages function that we are calling to like get all of the messages from the channel or from the chat. Then we have get participants as well. Then we have send message, update message, and other listeners as well. Then we have messages array to render. We have participants array to do some stuff. We have room languages to find out. Like what I'm doing is I'm looping over the participant and getting all of the languages in order to tell OpenAI to translate everything into these languages. So next we have this WADE. Basically, this is some npm package that I'm using in order to record the audio, and also like apply the WADE on it. So beside that, you also have option. What we can do is if I'm a pro JavaScript developer, so what I will do is I will simply use the navigator API that is built in JavaScript, and I will utilize that API to get the audio chunks and translate or transcribe that. But there are some limitations. You cannot apply the WADE. WADE is basically the voice activity detection. So voice activity detection will do is If let's say some audio chunk is going where no user is speaking, but the audio is there, so it will eliminate this. So wait will eliminate that kind of like audio chunk. So we are using this wait package, which is basically a Ricky wait. Here you can see that this is coming from here. So beside that, you also have option to use Navigator API to record the mic. You also have other options as well to do that stuff. So next we have this use effect. Use effect will basically run. This function will run when we have like room ID coming up, and then what we will do is we will simply get all of our messages from the channel. We will get all of our participants. We will add all of the listeners that we have. So then we have this handle submit function. This is basically going to do our main task. We will come to this later on, but beside that, let's go to other functions that we have. We have a simple function here, handle transcription, that will handle transcription for us. It is doing nothing special, but just making a form data and appending our audio blob or audio chunk, and it is giving that chunk to the transcript action that we created into OpenAI, and OpenAI will transcribe our audio, and if the transcription is there, then I'm simply submitting that transcription here. Uh, Beside that, I also have a small function which is basically checking if the input is dirty, like it is not empty, and input has some value to submit, and we are simply submitting that and cleaning our state. So we then have this main function here, handle submit. So what it is doing is it is taking the text here and creating a message to send. Creating a message to send. Yeah, but yeah. So this message then will be streamed into Firebase. So this is a message that we are creating. We are telling what is the original text. Original text will be coming either from the user keyboard that he has typed, or from the transcription that is being done from this function, handle transcription. And this handle transcription is being called, if I go above here in on speech end, here you can see that audio is coming from the wait tool or our mic, and then we are transcribing that, and then we are sending the transcribed text through this function handle submit into the Firebase. So we created a message object here, and we are sending that message into the Firebase, and then once the message will be sent, you will instantly see that message into your chat room. And behind the scenes, as I told, that we are going to do translations for all of our room languages codes, like whatever speakers that we have right now in our room. So once that translations are done, what we are going to do is we are simply going to update that particular message with the translations, and all of the translations will pop up. That depends on the user screen or user language that he has selected. So a bit of down is that we have some UI UX. Again, it is generated from v0.dev. I didn't have done something special here. So we have this UI coming from v0.dev, and here you can see that we have this simple function calling that is happening from the above. So I think it's too much of the technical things now. I understand that technical people will love to go more and more in depth, but non-technical people are already getting bored due to this. So let's go directly into our presentation, and what we have here is, obviously now you have gone through a lot of code walkthrough. Your eyes might getting again. Let's simply go to see a demo. Want to see a demo? Excited to see the demo of this amazing tool we built together. So what I did is I deployed this application here for you to use. So this is basically our application. So I told that we have two rooms. We have a simple room to join the room, and we have so, like what I would say, like other screen as well. So here I will define my name here, my language that I'm going to speak or type here, and my room name here. So yeah, let's simply go and try to test it. So we have irfanali.17899. Before that, let me clear my database here. So we have English speaker. I would say my room name is, for example, XYZ. Join. It should join. So you can see that we are inside the room now. So we are inside the XYZ room now. I am the English speaker here. So we have this button to toggle the dark mode. We have this button to speak I would simply click this button and it starts speaking, and it should transcribe my language and send into the channel. And beside that, I would also give you a little bit more technical description or depth for the Firebase um, structure that we have. So basically, we have rooms here. It is the room ID, and we have just simple some message ref and participant ref. Then we have participants, and then we have room ID, and here we have different participants. So you can see that I'm storing the language that a particular our user have in that particular room. So yeah, so let's try to send a message here. Hello. Nothing special happened. You can see that we simply have like a simple message, hello. That's not a big deal. Or like different childs can do and create this application, simple chat application. So what we will do is we will try to simulate 3 users. So here if I do this, control C, control V. So here I have this. I will again create a new here. I can go on and create more and more session, more and more people here to simulate this. So let's say, let me just first go here. So we have three people like here, like our Chrome browser is literally a people right now here. So we have the name to add here. So I will add, for example, myself as Irfan Ali. I would say mm, maybe some other name. I would say some, for example, Hassan. I would say, for example, Ismail. So I can say that I'm an English speaker, and Hassan is an Urdu speaker, and Ismail is Turkish. Let's try to close some space and see if we can also add one more speaker here. We don't have any enough space, but I will try. So we have one more speaker here. So here I will say, for example, I have Kim Taeyong. For example, he is Korean. Okay, so if I will type the same room name, all of these will going to join into the same room. So what I would say, I have this XYZ room, or maybe some other room name. I would say ABCD room, and I will try to join all of them into ABCD, ABCD, and ABCD. So let's join them. English speaker has joined as in the ABCD room, and now let's try to join the Urdu speaker as well. So Urdu speaker is also there in ABCD, and now Turkish speaker, and now we have our last speaker, Korean speaker. So you can see that all of the speakers have joined. We have English speaker, Urdu speaker, Turkish speaker, Korean speaker. So what I would do is I would try to send a message in from the English speaker side. So, hello, how are you? So you saw that I sent a message in English on my side. What happened is that the Urdu speaker got a message and it said that the message is coming from an English speaker. It has been translated into Urdu, and the English is here and the Urdu is here for that. Then on the Turkish side, you see some same kind of message. You have the English speaker, and the translation is done for him in the Turkish, and you can see that we have the Turkish translation coming here. Same for the Korean here. You have English speaker that send the message, and then we have like the Korean translation here for that Korean particular Korean message or Korean listener, I would say, or Korean user. So let's try to send some other messages from other side. Maybe what I would do is I would try to send this message from Urdu speaker. Let's see if it is working on other end as well. So you can see that Urdu speaker send a message into his language, like Urdu language, and you can see that English speaker got it in English, Turkish will into Turkish, and uh, like Korean speaker will get in Korean. So again, let's try to do something from the here and simply send, and you can see that we have messages coming from here and there, and we have translations going on here and there. You can see that we have here coming and we have here as well. So beside that, what I can also do is I can use my mic to transcribe as well. So what I will do is I will try to speak now, and it should transcribe my voice and send as a message here in the channel or in the chat, and it should go to all of them other people as well. So let's see if it is working. Um, yeah, so it worked, and you can see that messages are coming into different chats, and you can see that translations are happening. So whatever I will go in speaking, it will go and try to translate everything. Yeah, so here you can see that whatever I'm speaking, it is going into different languages for different people, and it is in real time streaming into the chat for different speakers. So now I will give you a scenario. So let's say you have a global team that is having multinational people, like you have again the same situation. You have an employee, or you have a user that is an English speaker, you have Urdu speaker, you have Turkish, and you have other languages. So how cool or how efficient I would say it will be to use this kind of tool, like where you can simply hold your meeting here and try to speak or do some stuff here, and it will automatically convey your messages with all of the meanings, all of the things, emotions, and everything into different different for different people to convey your message efficiently. So again, we also had one more scenario where what we were doing is we were saying that we might use this application for as a traveler perspective. So what you can do is you can simply use this application, turn on your mic, and you can simply speak. And again, what it will do is it will translate all of your messages and show to the other speaker or other person as well. So you see a demo here. Basically, that's all we have in the demo here. We covered two features here. The one feature was is that we did translation, we did transcription, and we also did um, real-time voice streaming as well. So you can see that how fast it is going into different people. If I'm trying to speak, it can in real time go into different people's screen and also do the translation in the real time as well. So this is pretty much we have for the demo. Let's get back into our slides. I will just try to close these. By the way, this code is public for you, so you can go simply into this URL here. So dbs github.com/irfanali/real time second. So here in the repositories, I have this repo. So all of the code is here already. You can walk through this code if you are a technical person, and obviously we have like other features as well to implement. We can have like feature enhancements as well. So what I tried to do is I created different branches here. Like what I tried to do is we in different branches I have integrations for all of the components that we have. So v0 dev is the branch where we had the starter repo or a started code base of Next.js, and like I started implementing the v0 here, and then we have the other branch Firebase integration where I did the Firebase integration, and we have the OpenAI integration branch where we did the OpenAI integration. So we have these branches step by step for you to go start from v0-dev and then go to Firebase integration and then go to OpenAI integration. So these are all of the branches that we have that you can go by your side and visit these branches and code and get to know how everything is working again if you want to do it on your own on your side. So yeah, so let's go back here. So what we did is we see a demo of our application right now that we built for this seminar. Let's see what we have. So we did a live demo for that. Yeah, what future enhancement we can do. So we see that we tried to speak, and what it did is it transcribed our message or our voice into into the text, and then text will be text were translated into different languages. So how cool it will be, or how great it will be if we can also do voice to voice translations or voice to voice transcriptions. So let's say what I would do, like in WhatsApp, what you do is whatever you will speak, it will go as a voice message into your chat box. So right now we are not doing that, but we can also do that if we spend time. We can also like send a message from here in for example English, and it will be translated into let's say into Turkish, and it will be sent to the other person as a Turkish translation. So I will be speaking in Urdu, for example, in the voice, and he will be listening Turkish in his voice note. So this can also be done. Obviously, you will have to use a model to synthesize the text to speak into that particular language. So you have models for that. You have a lot of models for that. And on the Hugging Face, you also have like some tech giant that are providing those models, like Google is providing that. You also have other companies as well that are doing. OpenAI is also like giving that synthesized model, so you can use that model or leverage that model to synthesize like text into voice. So yeah, basically text to speech TTS. So what feature enhancement can we do? We can also implement audio and video calling. So how cool it will be if in real time I will be calling, let's say someone, and maybe Hassan, and I am speaking from here on my call, for example, in Urdu, and he will be in real time listening me in, for example, in English. So how cool it will be, and how great it will be, and it is going to create a real impact in the world and breaking the language barrier, obviously. So beside that, we can also do some offline chats here for this application. This is basically the enhancement that we can do for this particular application. Yeah. So basically, if you want to go and try to like do, try to like do some action here for your application, sorry, for yourself, what you can do is you can simply go to this URL. I have this URL. You can go and try yourself as well. So you can create, you can like join a room, and you can try to translate that and speak here, and it will automatically like do the stuff for you. So just save this URL for yourself, and you can use this URL later on and to see the action and enjoy yourself for that one. So let's get back here. So yeah, we talked about the feature enhancements. So what else we have? Looking for something more great? If yes, we have something for you. So what we did is we built mustbreak.ai, which is more powerful than what we covered and is more feature rich. So the reason behind this demo is to let you know about a more powerful tool that we built behind the scenes that is called mustbreak.ai. So mustbreak.ai does all of these features for you, and we have a lot of other features as well, like for coming from the AI perspective, for you to yeah, use and break the language barrier and utilize in your like offices, in your travel, and in every aspect of life where it is useful. So if I go here,
वाह भाई वाह वाह भाई वाह मन्नू वाह भाई वाह आपकी सिस्टर तो प्यारी लग रही है यार
so here obviously, sorry for sorry about that. So here you can see that we created a tool that is called Mustbreak. I will try to log out myself to show you basically. Yeah, Mustbreak.ai. So basically this is, we covered a part of the Mustbreak AI. Mustbreak AI itself is not what we see here. It is basically a subset of that. So Mustbreak itself, it basically contains all of other features as well. We have here, we take care of your communication, like you just speak, we will convey messages. We will convey your messages with all of the emotions, all of the sentiments and everything to the other people or other users. So you can simply come here, sign in, and yeah, real-time translation is again powered by AI. So you can go and check out yourself here. I would go and try to sign in here. I will use Google. Yeah, so here you can see that I have rooms link here. Sorry, rooms page here, the main page where I can create rooms. So we have, yeah, obviously I will have to like create a team first, or someone will have to like add me into the team. So let's try to go into some other, maybe I have team in this one. Yeah. So here you can see that I'm already assigned by some organization head or organization admin into some team. So that is why I'm getting all of the rooms. So basically what you can do is you can create organizations in this application and then handle rooms in those organizations and teams. So basically we thought that it will be very nice if multinational companies start using this tool, so they can better organize their meetings with multinational people. So what we did is we created a concept of organizations and teams. So you can basically create an organization for your company, and then you can better create teams. Maybe for example, you can create an HR team or other technical teams. Then in those technical teams, you can have rooms here. So you can see that we have different rooms coming. You can create private and public rooms. So if I click here, you can see that we have room list, we have room name to here, we can invite multiple people here. We can invite other people, we can create a public room or private room. If I will click private room, I will have to choose password, and obviously only those user will be able to join which will have which knows the password basically for this room. So I will just go and go for the public room. I will click start. And here you can see that we have a lot more than what we did in our demo. So we have a source language. We can specifically translate into like another language. So let's say The scenario can be like, for example, if you are working in a Korean company, so obviously Korean people will be talking in Korean and you will be talking in English, for example. And similarly, you will be talking in English and Korean people will get everything in the Korean language. So I will try to speak. Hey Masprek, how are you doing? Yeah, you can see that we have this text coming. Obviously it's an AI, so it can be a little bit like inaccurate. So what we also have give you an option to edit the message. So maybe you have some typo or something, you can also edit message. You can more go here. You can also explain as a perspective. So we have like developer, we have these speakers, sorry, these speakers or these roles that are there already. And you can also select a speaker perspective, like if speaker is a developer and you are for example a designer, and you can select your language here. You can give some sector here, like what are you talking about, like you have a meeting for finance or maybe something, and you will ask again the AI what the person is trying to say in that particular message. So it will give you more details about that particular message, the other what the other person is trying to talk. Sometimes what happens is that we send a message to someone and they don't understand what we are trying to convey. So we also covered that feature for you, that you can simply like send message here, and then once the message is sent to another person can also go into that and go into depth using UI, using AI, sorry. So beside that, we also have other features as well. We have Slack supporter, that what you can do is basically you can install this tool into your Slack. So what will happen is that when you will be installing this tool, what will happen, whatever text you will send, you will just be, like call this tool, and this tool will automatically translate your message into another person language. Yeah, another person language, and another person language will be, can be Korean, can be another languages. So yeah, we also provide like a Slack integration where you can install this tool into Slack. And then we have AI summary as well. So AI summary is basically like, if you have used other tools like Otter AI maybe, or some other tools, what they do is like they reading notes, for example. So what they do is they create a summary for all of your meeting notes, or all of your chat room. So we also have a similar feature here. So you can create a summary here. So let's say if there is another person that is late to the meeting, or for other some purpose, you can click simple this feature, and it will automatically generate all of the summary for you for this chat, and he can simply follow the summary and see whatever is happening here. So we also have a download script. So it is basically nothing but creating exporting this chat into some PDF, and you can use that for any purpose you want. So you can also share this chat with other people. Like you can invite this. You can also like send a URL to someone so they can join the URL, and you can also show a QR code to scan, and it will automatically like make you able to join into this room. So beside that, we also have a side chat. So this is your basically the main chat where meeting is happening. But let's say if you want to talk with your like participants, you can also like send messages here. So hey, date today. So it will automatically go here. So we have the side chat as well behind the scenes. So we like the main thing that we have here is again the real-time voice translations and transcriptions. We are not just doing the transcription just like other tools like Otter AI. We are also doing the translations for you to better convey your messages, or your messages meaningfully, and yeah, obviously. So this is pretty much of the must break that we have. I would encourage everyone to go and check must break, try to use it, and give us the feedback. Obviously your feedback will help us improve more and more in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much all from my side. I have tried to cover every aspect that I thought I would. uh, let's move on. What else we have? From current slide. Obviously, we have nothing but this Q&A. Okay, so we have a Q&A session now. Okay, so we have a Q&A session now. If you have something in your mind or some feature suggestion or something else, you can freely ask me. You can just unmute your mic, or you can, if you are on site, you can ask me directly. I will try my best to answer you for that.
Which is the cost. I mean, what are the API costs? Like there are, if hundreds and thousands of people are using it and speaking, and obviously you are translating by ChatGPT. So what will be the cost?
So basically, what we are doing is for translations, we are having we are having one request for all of the translations that we have for particular room. So we are like prompting AI in a way that that like we are summarizing all of the translations into one prompt. So one other thing that I forgot to mention is that we are not using OpenAI in MustBreak.ai. MustBreak.ai is using its own models, so it is in our hand. So the cost is also like efficient in terms of that way, because we are using our own models for that purpose. OpenAI is for the demo that I created.
Yeah. Thank you. Do we have APIs in MustBreak API?
No, we currently don't expose any APIs for third parties to use that. But let's say if there are demands for that, we can also do that.
Thank you.
No, it's not for a must. It basically you can just go into mustbreak.ai and try to sign up and set up organizations and teams, and you can obviously use that. It is for all. We have this tool for everyone.
Okay, so anyone can use it other than
Yeah,
Mustard.
anyone can use it. We currently don't have strictly implemented the pricing rules. Obviously, there will be pricing involved because we on the back end have consumption of obviously resources.
Right.
So for that one, we will be having the prices as well and the packages.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll continue the question. Whatever features you showed in the demo, whoever uses MustBreak and is not associated with Must, it will have access to all the features.
Obviously, we have these features for everyone. We have no such kind of like discrimination or something that only must can use these features and other people can't. So we have all of the features here, and everybody can use every feature.
And how about the privacy? Like our chat is private currently,
Yeah.
or are you just currently storing all the files in your database and everyone can, you can access my, what are the transparency behind that?
Yeah, so your messages right now are like secure, like only private rooms can be accessed with the passwords.
No, I'm asking about the database side of the company. Does my sorry, companies knows about my messages, like I'm talking to Sharon. That the
Yeah,
company
yeah, I
know
understand. And I understand
that
that
what
you
I
are saying
talk
our messages are encrypted end to end
yeah,
or not.
that the WhatsApp, like they are encrypting out the message and I have access to that.
Yeah, so the thing is these rooms are not like private for in terms of like one-to-one conversation that we do on the WhatsApp. The main purpose of this tool is to like have a, just say like we are doing a meeting here, so we have all of the people here. So
No, but basically, but a company thinks that why should my conversations lead to another company?
no, you can only the rooms that belongs to a particular organization, only those rooms will be shown to those organization and those teams. No other company or organization can access your rooms.
But must break can.
but must be can, yeah, we can implement encryption for that as one. As I said, this is a great suggestion, I would say. This is really a great suggestion. We can encrypt those messages end to end for the companies in terms of like maintain their privacy as well.
It
So
will
I
be
would
good.
I would recommend this to the company as well. So we implement the end-to-end subscription, encryption for that particular organization.
Yeah, so my question is, I've seen more other tools like this. So what's the main difference? Because I can see their translation in Otter AI, and they also provide scripting and everything else. So what's the main difference you can say that this company is providing us?
Yeah, so when in the beginning we try to use some tools, we have tools that does the same thing. So we are also a competitor to them. So we are not a new innovative thing. We are basically, but we are also the competitors to others. So they are already in the market, but we are right now stepping into the market with this tool. So we are trying our best to give them competition. And obviously, if there is a Facebook, then there are a lot of other companies as well that are doing the same stuff.
Okay, so what do you think the models you are using are better, or the Otter AI or other thing?
Basically, obviously, Autoria is also using models behind the scenes. So it is like nothing just going into some personal assistant and he is translating. They are also using the AI models, obviously. So we are also using the AI models. They have their own, we have their own. So yeah, so it's totally like again on the AI hand, not in our personal hands. So if they can use AI and do some stuff, we can also use AI and do some stuff.
So my question is that how to compare your model is best and other bird is not be a best? How any?
Yeah, that basically again, as I said, go check out yourself, try Musprague. If you find anything that is not great for you, or if you find it is not that best, give us a suggestion. We will try our best to improve it. And obviously we are there to listen you. Obviously you are the market, and we are there for you.
When we can have the real-time voice translation, voice-to-voice translation?
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
that's a good question. So right now, what I see is what we basically do is, if we want to implement the voice to voice translations right now, so what we have to do, this is a limitation right now. So what we have to do is we have to convert a voice into some standard language and then feed that standard language for translation, and then translation will be then synthesized into other language. So by what I'm saying is that what you will have to do is you will have to like speak, for example, I'm speaking in Turkish. So what will happen is that Turkish will be first transcribed into what I would say into text, and or into English maybe, or into, it can be into, yeah, into text, and text will be then translated. Text will be translated just as we are doing right now. The purpose is sorry, the process still here is same. Like we are doing the voice transcription and then translating. Now one more thing that we can add here is the synthesis for speaking those translation. So this is called basically synthesis. So you have models for that. You have like text to speech models, TTS models, to like you will give it Turkish and use a Turkish like speaker, and it will automatically speak the Turkish. So you can do that voice to voice translation, but you have steps involved in between. Like you will have to manually do the transcription and translate. You can not directly translate from one model to another model. So you have to involve other models in between as well to do achieve this stuff.
So will it be cost efficient, and a small company like 1 to 10 members of the company can afford it, these models?
Yeah, so that as it is involving a lot of models in between, because you will have to like have a speech to text model first of all for the transcription. Then you will have to do translation. You will have to obviously use again an LLM to do the translation, or something else, maybe some API from Google. They also provide that. And then again you will have to do the text to speech. So there are models involved. So it is a bit cost, like I would say, it will create a cost obviously. So again, it depends on your use case as well, how much is your use case, and you can also go according to that as well.
My question is that what is the accuracy of your model if you compare any other?
Yeah,
Because
that
you're not
is
showing in a slide your model work as a 96%, 86%. So how?
Yeah, so we are going to give SLAs for that one. So we can guarantee that our model like is uh, giving that much of accuracy. Like maybe we can say that we are giving a 95% SLA or SLO, whatever we have. So we can give that, and obviously then it will be our responsibility to give you that much of accuracy.
So, in terms of building an AI model, how do you think? Because right now there are many people who are developers and they're using different languages. And today we have learned in the view of Next.js. So, how do you feel that AI has a future in another language, or the Next.js is going to be the future of AI?
Yes, so as you can see that world is right now in very, I would say, if you move your head from here and there, you will see just AI everywhere. So world is on its best trying to like do some regular tasks that human is like getting bored to do, or maybe there are other tasks as well that requires computational things and everything. So we are evolving into that era where AI is going to obviously going to like get a raise day and day. So you can see that the big giants that we have in the market, that those are also like going into AI future. So you might saw a post from Sundar Pichai which like he told that almost 60 to 70% of the code base for the last year was generated by the AI for their features. So obviously, if tech giants are using that, so you better know that they are utilizing the UI to do some regular tasks. So beside that, you also have the robots things coming in the world where people are trying to do some stuff that a human can do. So they are trying to simulate that stuff as well. So obviously AI is going to like do all of these things, and obviously it will I would say it will not like be a hurdle for us. It will create a help for us, I would say. And beside that, Next.js, if we talk about Next.js, so I personally don't use React directly. I use Next.js projects. Why? Because it helps me quickly create full stack applications. And if you like have to do in React, there are things that you will have to set up in React directly. You cannot do that. You will have to obviously go into much more details, and then you will have to do some other code here and there, integrations and things that are too like messy. So Next.js already provides you like those things. Like for example, it provides like routing functionalities. It provides server runtime. Like you can code server APIs as well directly into that. There are a lot of other features as well. So Next.js is also raising. But yeah, Next.js is nothing special, but obviously it is a React framework. So it is obviously powered by the React on the back if we see.
So it means that Next.js is more friendly toward
Yes,
building AI
exactly.
features.
Exactly. Frameworks are there to make your life like more friendly, I would say, because frameworks define how you need to do some stuff, and you will have to exactly follow that stuff, and it will automatically start working.
Thank you.
Okay, for the HR, can we conduct the interviews?
Yeah, obviously, this is a great scenario. Like you can ask the other person to join the
Hmm.
room, and then you will
Like we can give the access to the candidate and we can
yes,
just
yes,
conduct it.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, right now we don't have the feature to give
Hmm.
like schedule a meeting
Interview. Okay.
basically, but you can generate a URL to the room, and you can
Hmm.
share that URL like
Okay.
to the person. Or also, if that person is already there, or it doesn't matter if they are not, they will
Hmm.
get an email for the invitation as well.
Okay.
So idea just came in my mind. Is it possible building AI function like this along with the video conferencing?
Yeah, that is the thing that we had in the enhancements section in the slide. So this will really be like a revolutionary thing, I would say, that if like video conferencing can be done with the translation or transcription. We have the transcription. Obviously, there are AI models that are doing that stuff. We can also implement. So if you go for Skype, I guess Skype at some point provide this feature, but obviously it is not a cost friendly feature, because there are things involved in very like heavy processing. So we think that, that this is going to be very revolutionary if this kind of thing happens.
You wanna?
How much of Visio you have used in MustBreak? Like if you break it into percentage, how much of coding and how much of Visio you have used it?
How much of
Visio, Visio, the one you showed in demo.
v0
Visio.
v0.dev, sorry. Yeah, so in MustBreak we didn't implemented v0.dev because when we started working on MustBreak, v0.dev was not there.
Oh.
v0.dev
Yeah.
came later.
So now is the time. I think we can open the stage for question answer for the Gather Town. So I want to request anyone who wants to ask any question related to AI models, or because we do have AI experts with us as well. We have on-site in Karachi and obviously on online as well. So this can be a really good time that can clear your some concepts if you have. Yes, Mohsen.
Can you hear?
We cannot hear you.
आवाज तो नहीं बढ़ानी होगी यहाँ से.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so my question is that can you differentiate between the price or cost efficient? How much is the cost efficient if you compare it with the other public available models, just like Whisper or for the Amazon available Transcribe? So if we compare it with that models, how much you are sure that you are providing the much better services if we compare to the other models available in the market?
Yeah, so for that, I would say that obviously you have tech giants that are providing these APIs for you. Like they have translation APIs, they have transcription APIs as well, and they have other APIs as well. So they what they do is like they have like some like limits. Like I would say they have, like for example, you can limit this X amount of um, like this X, you can hit our API for this X amount in X amount of period, for example. So but as we are using our own models, we don't have that limitation in terms of making a request to the AI model, because we have our own and we can hit like unlimited times to it whenever we want. Like there is no such kind of limitation on our side. So we if we compare in that perspective, then obviously we don't have that limitation. And if yeah, so I would answer that question this way. If you have any like other kind of question, if I didn't understand that your question, then you are free to ask again.
All right. The other question is that what are the limitations for maximum number of members can join in that room for
Right Right now we don't have any limitation any amount of number of people can join. As I said that we didn't have strictly applied the pricing features and all of those packages right now in our application, so we didn't have some limitations on the number of people or number of rooms or other things in our application. So right now any number of people can join the room.
Thank you. That's it for my side.
Thank you so much, Mohsen. If anyone else wants to participate in asking question, I see we have many people joining online from different part of the world. So it's really exciting. I'm really hoping that we can just be confident enough to ask the question. So please unmute yourself. You can ask it. Yes,
Uh, so my one is like, is it possible that this AI can detect language? For instance, if like 3 or 4 people are on the same call and we are all talking, basically we are all speaking different languages. So now we can only change from Korean to English in and stuff. Is it possible to be able to detect someone speaking Korean, someone speaking Hindi, someone speaking German, and convert it to English?
Yes, so what I would say is right now in Musprek we didn't release that is going to happen soon. So what I show in the demo is the feature that you are asking for. So in the demo, if I go, obviously whatever language I will speak, it will transcribe that language and convert that language to for the other person. So this is the feature that you are asking. I guess you can obviously then you will be speaking in your language, like for example Korean, and I will be seeing things in Urdu, and another person maybe will be seeing in Turkish. So this is the feature that I shown in the demo, but that feature is not rolled in the production in the Musprek. That is going to soon like rolled into that application. So then you will have to only choose your language, not the target language. So you will just choose, for example, Korean, so that you are a Korean person and you will only speak in Korean and you will only see messages in Korean.
Oh, cool. Sorry, I joined late. I didn't see that. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sadek. And now we can move to any other person. If you have any question, you can unmute yourself and ask it. And anyone who has question from online, who's watching on the YouTube live or LinkedIn or anyone, you can just simply ask a question via email. You can send question to seminar@muffin.co.kr. I'm gonna repeat it. It's MUFIN .co.kr. So seminar@muffin.co.kr. And we will definitely pass on that to the speaker and the expert in AI, and they will get back to you.
Hi, Mr. Imran. Irfan, are you hear me?
Yeah, I can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Yes, my question is why the Musprek create own mode, AI mode, not open source? What is the main reason? What is the different reason? Every company, most of the company use the open source and solve the low time and low cost. You are created the Musprek is create own model means the inject the more resource and train the resource. Investment and finance. Please.
Yeah. That is a good question. Why we are not using open source models directly? Open source model directly. Why we have on models? So by saying that we have on models, so what we are doing, we are taking those open source models as our base, and then we are training again and again with the real time data that we are getting from the like market. So we are using open source models, but I was trying to say is that we are not using API providers or tech giants like OpenAI, like other like Google, Amazon also provides those APIs. So we are not using those third-party APIs. We are using open source model as a base, and then trying to like train it more and more like as we get the things from the market. And also if we directly use the APIs coming from the tech giants, then obviously there is cost involved for that one. As I said, there is a limitation of X amount of things, X tokens, whatever you can say. There is a limitation for that. So, but the models, if they are hosted on your own, like a hosting provider or whatever, so you don't have that kind of limitations there for you to use that.
What is the accuracy of this AI model, Musbrain AI model and other AI model? Why I am use Musbrain AI model
Yeah, that's a great question.
compare of the different companies?
Yeah, that's a great question. So basically, what I said before is that we right now not giving any SLA or SLOs for that to guarantee the accuracy, and also yeah, but we will for sure soon. And also beside that, what I also like encourage the people here to try Mustbreak and compare the results on their own. If they find that it is useful for them, then obviously use this tool. Try to use this tool as much as you can, and if not, if you're not happy for this tool or the results it is making, so I would also encourage you to give us the feedback. We are here for you, and we are always listening you, obviously, to improve our product.
Good, thank you.
I just wanted to ask that we are already using our translating app, and we have to wait for a while it is translates. So we have to wait for a while and read that translation, and then we have to reply that back. So I just want to ask that how much time it will take to translate, because we are watching that live translation is also taking some time, like 30 seconds, 25 seconds. So how much time it will take to translate?
Yeah, so our current Musbreak like have like the process which like involves certain steps to perform, and obviously there are time consumption in those processes or those steps, I would say. So obviously there you sometimes see some latency in that like thing. So as I said that we right now saw a demo in the application that we created for this demo. This feature is going to roll into production soon, and it will for sure will minimize the latency that we have, but we cannot like 100% minimize the latency, because obviously there are processes involved to perform things. So there will be latency, but it's in our eyes. Like you will have to like show the user the prompt response. If there are not prompt response, user will is like simply say it is like some like lame tool. So we are working on that one, and as I said, that is already done. We haven't rolled into production, but we are soon going to roll that into production. So it will for sure minimize the latency for that purpose. You no longer, I believe you no longer will have to like take a pause and wait for your messages to go to the other person.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the right now cost, as I have AI engineer beside me, so he is telling me that right now cost we have is 2 minutes of 2 minutes of translation takes 15 seconds. So yeah, but we will try to reduce that as much possible as we can.
So can you, yeah. Actually, everyone asked about Master AI and related to this, but I think it's AI seminar. So I will ask question related to that. So if we can see that we have V0 right now and it's working really great. So how do you think, what about the developers? Should they find another job?
As I
Different thing? And what about the AI? If we want to go to AI things, so what are the steps should we pursue?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So as I told before when Sharon asked that, so I said that AI is not going to replace us. Obviously, we are going to use AI to make ourselves better and do some stuff that are like time consuming or something that is boring for us, like our everyday things. So obviously you can create UI as well, and AI can create as well. So a better person will be, or I would say the person who will replace you, this is a very famous quote by the way, the person who will replace you is the person who is using AI. it's not the AI directly which will like replace you. It's the person who is using AI to do the stuff fast and go fast. So this is the thing. AI is not directly going to take your job.
Thank you so much, all of the participants who have asked questions. And I really appreciate all the members who have joined on site in Lahore, in Karachi. So we have a big team. As you can see, I want everyone in Karachi to just wave the hand to all the ones who are online on YouTube and ones in Lahore, and also Lahore office to please also wave the hand. So
language ही उसकी बात कर रहा है, model की।
everyone can see. Please, can you wave your hand, Karachi office? Okay. So this is the time where we will depart. And as I said, if you have any other questions and if you feel that you want more information on this and you want to get in touch with our team about learning this and get some slides and all, so you can just email us on seminar@muffin.co.kr and just feel free to reach us and we would love to answer you. Thank you all once again for joining and have a great and lovely day. Bye-bye.